first shot.
That was just a cold bore shot at 1,000 yards with a caliber and rifle that I have never shot 1,000 yards with before. I did it with the help of the Horus HOVR or HOVR system. Now I know some of you are going to say that it was fake or staged, but I have no reason to lie about it. I am not being paid by Horus and I don't get a dime if you decide to buy this system or not. But this system is very impressive. This is the Horus HOVR system, a scope, laser rangefinder, and a weather meter. That, along with an app on your phone, calculates the proper hold on the Horus Tremor 5 reticle inside the scope, allowing you to make an accurate shot the first time, which is a very good thing given the current prices of ammo. Now, more than ever, you can't afford to miss. You may recognize the Horus name from the very impressive reticles that they design. I'm actually a huge fan of their reticles. I've got their H59 in my Bushnell Elite Tactical XRS2 that we used to shoot a mile last year. I actually have several other scopes with the H59 and it is probably my favorite overall reticle. I've also got a Tremor 3, another reticle that is designed by Horus, in my Leupold Mark V HD that we also use to shoot a mile. So they're very capable and accurate reticles, and I'm somewhat partial to them. When I heard that Horus was getting into building a complete rifle scope, I was immediately interested. This is the Horus HOVR 5-20 power scope with a 50mm objective lens. The scope is exceptional on its own, even if you don't want to use it as a complete system. It's small and compact, weighing in at only 28 ounces, and an overall length of less than 13.5 inches. It's first focal plane, meaning that the measurements on the reticle are correct throughout the magnification spectrum. The glass is very clear and crisp, the windage knob is capped, and all the adjustments are very affirmative and tactile. The main tube is 30mm with an adjustment range of 17.5 mils, which is more than enough for most calibers, but the idea behind this scope is that you just hold with the reticle as opposed to dialing. There are actually several reticles available for the system, but this one is a Tremor 5. I actually really like the Tremor 5. It's slightly less busy than the Tremor 3, but you still have all the hash marks at every 0.2 mil, large wind hold dots, but everything on the reticle is also nice and fine so that you can easily spot misses and make corrections. I know to some this type reticle may look a little busy and hard to understand, but after a range trip or two you will greatly appreciate a reticle like this. Now, while the scope, and for that matter all the parts of the system, can be used independently, they can also be used together with an app on your phone to provide the shooter with very good ballistic data. This is a great thing for several scenarios. First off, if you're new to long-range shooting, this system will let you get into it with some accurate data so that you won't be wasting a bunch of your time and ammo trying to figure out drop. I remember when I first got into long-range shooting, I wasted so much time and ammo just kind of trying to figure things out. This also brings me to my next point. Don't know if you've noticed, but ammo is a little hard to come by, and this system will save you ammo. By having accurate ballistic data, or using the system to double-check your existing ballistic data, you will place more accurate shots and waste less ammo, which is a very good thing. Another scenario is say you're getting into a new caliber that you aren't as familiar with. This again can give you good data to place shots on target quickly and save ammo. Basically everything today revolves around saving ammo. We did use this system to get data for 6.5 PRC, a round that is new to me and I didn't have ballistic data for. If you get the whole kit, which is a huge savings over buying all these parts separately, you'll get a laser rangefinder that can range out to 2,000 yards. In the kit, you'll also get the HOVR weather meter. This weather meter gathers wind speed, temperature, humidity, and altitude. You can use both of these pieces on their own, or they can communicate through Bluetooth to the Horus app on your phone. On the app, you'll have to put in some basic info about your bullet, the caliber, the weight, a couple things about the gun like the twist rate. You'll also need your muzzle velocity and the reticle you are using. Once you set that up, just pair the weather meter and the rangefinder and you're ready to go. Range your target with the rangefinder and the distance is inputted into the app. Get the weather meter out and take a reading, and that information is imported into the app. With the information you inputted into the app about the gun and the bullet, the information from the rangefinder, and the weather meter, the app calculates your hold on the reticle with a red dot in the app. Place your target at the given hold, and at least from what we found, you'll get very solid impacts. I actually really like how the system doesn't involve the scope with the technology, because this allows you to use the scope independently, and like I said earlier, this is a great scope on its own. So if you get to the point where you really don't need the whole system, or the batteries die, or any other complication, your day on the range isn't done. You still have a perfectly functioning scope. We actually had a very unique opportunity to really try out this technology while we were reviewing it. For most of the review, it was on my SIG Cross, and it actually fits that rifle very well, but I shoot so much 6.5 Creedmoor that I can pretty much give you a pretty good guesstimate of drop right off the top of my head. So at least for me, I really don't need the system on that particular caliber or rifle. Although wind is always a challenge, and the hover system would of course help with that. However, a round that I've never shot before is 6.5 PRC, and while we were reviewing this system, we got in the new Springfield Waypoint chambered in 6.5 PRC. This round, while I know is faster than Creedmoor, I don't have any real idea about what the holds actually are, so this allows us to have a true test of the system. While we were using the hover system, Hootie Hoo came down from Tennessee to do some shooting with us. And if you're not subscribed to the Hootie Hoo channel, make sure you go and do that right now. He makes a ton of fun videos and is a really good guy. I always really enjoy shooting with Adam when he comes down. Okay, to get started, you go into the Horus app and go under the target and hit the plus sign. Take out your laser rangefinder and range your target. The range to the target should come up in the app. Alright, then you go back to the main menu and you're going to go into atmospherics. Get your weather meter out, take a reading, and then that reading should also come up in the app. Go back out to the main menu and your ballistic solution will be at the bottom, shown as a red dot on where to hold on the reticle. 3.5 mils up. Got it? See how you do.
I think I got it.
Shot. Take another one. Good shot. Take another one. There's no. And using that same method is how I got my cold bore shot at 1,000 with the hover system. I really like this system. I like that it works well as a system, and I like that everything works independently. My favorite part is the scope that functions perfectly with or without the other parts. Even if I didn't care about the rest of the system, I would highly recommend this scope on its own. It's compact, light, and has a great power range at 5 to 20 power. This is the perfect scope for many of these newer, compact, long-range hunting rifles. In fact, I think the permanent home for this scope is going to be on my SIG Cross. It just fits that rifle so well. I also think this system can help a lot of people. It can be of great assistance to new shooters just getting into long-range shooting for the first time. It can help more experienced shooters double-check their numbers so they hopefully don't waste a bunch of ammo building out a dope chart. No matter what you use it for, the Horus HOVR system has proven itself to me that it is very precise. And if you put good information into it, you will get very good and accurate information out of it, giving you the accurate holds that you need to let you put more rounds on steel.
That thing hits.
Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. As always, we've got some really big reviews coming up that you won't want to miss. You want to know what those reviews are? Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Parler, and there you can see what we're reviewing in real time. If you like what you see here on the channel and you'd like to help out a little bit, go over to Patreon and chip in a little bit. These videos can be surprisingly expensive to make, and every little bit helps and is greatly appreciated. There is also Alabama Arsenal gear available right below the video if you want to go out and represent. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.